Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and here we go, the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is episode 14 of the Atlantic Navigators. We have just finished year number 6 with 106 points. We reached 50 wins, helped by our new addition, the legend Alexander Ovechkin at 84 overall. At 39 years old, is putting up 40 goals and 79 points. Kako had a big year with 77 points, nearly a point per game. Sammy Blad 65, Hamilton 61. You can see all of the stats here. We had Luke Kunin, who had his first full year with the team, as well as Casey Middlestad. Kadri had 40 points. Armia had 34 on the fourth line. Timmins 32. Kapanen there. Lehkonen had 27. Of course, Lehkonen and Armia, the Finnish teammates in real life. Hayden Fleury had 22 points. Lambos had 19 in 82. Partikainen had 15. Robert there 13. As for goaltending, Thatcher Demko had a fantastic year. 45 wins, 21 losses, 4 OT losses, and 2 shutouts. 91 save percentage and a 294 goals against. As for the AHL, Korosin absolutely tore it up. 42 wins. He's up to a 79 overall, medium elite potential. He is our goaltender of the future after Thatcher Demko. Though here is a look at the defense for the Halifax Battalion in the AHL. As for forwards, Magnus Ståhlberg, who was our third overall pick in the first round, he is going to be joining the team next year for sure. He's at 18, already 80 overall, medium elite potential. He has 64 points. Colby Reynolds there, he was our 15 overall pick in the first round 2023. He had 58 points. Really hoping that these two guys can become good NHL players. I didn't want to put him, Magnus Ståhlberg, 1 year in the AHL. The Halifax Battalion had 50 wins and 104 points. So both our NHL team and AHL team had 50 wins, almost identical records. So let's advance a few days and see who it is we're facing in round number 1. And it is the Boston Bruins, the big bad Bruins. We do have home ice advantage. Toronto Maple Leafs did win the division. So I'm going to take a look at the lines, and I want to see how this Bruins team is looking like. All right, so here we go, guys. They have Miles Wood, Michael Backlund, and David Pastrnak on the first line. Pasta, definitely their best player still. Chris Kreider there, Johansson in 85, DeBrusk in 88. Pretty good top 6. Definitely not as strong as when they had Marchand and Bergeron, but still very good. Heinen there in 84. They have pretty good centers. They have Lamiko there in 80 overall, Vertanen in 80 overall, Mangiapane and Sorensen, and then Rossovich is their last center. As for defense, they have Barry and McAvoy, Ekholms, Borrell, Axel Andersson, who plays for the Moncton Wildcats in real life. Great Swedish defenseman, and Eric Johnson. So definitely some strong defensemen there in Boston. As for goaltending, they have Ilya Samsonov. Pretty good year, 39 wins, 22 losses there. His first year with the Boston Bruins. We're going to take a quick look at David Pasternak's stats. So he had 75 points, 36 goals. So he had a pretty good year, but definitely going to beat those records in real life in the 2019-2020 season. He is having a fantastic year. So there you go, guys. We actually have a champion team status. Here we go. Stanley Cup playoffs, the second appearance in the playoffs. Unfortunately, last year we did lose in 5 games, I believe it was. We lost round 1 against the Philadelphia Flyers. So playing in the Atlantic Navigators home arena, the Avenir Center in Moncton, New Brunswick. Here we go. Saturday night. The crowd is going wild. Period number 100. All right, so the guys are having a late start to this game. It's the playoffs, boys. Wake up. Let's get 2 in the second. Period number 2. We get 2. There we go. I called it. Luke Kunin and Andreas Johnsson. 2-0. Let's sim up to the third period. And I'm going to go times 8 the whole third period. We are shooting Boston. If we can get a third goal, that'd be nice. Miles Wood scores on the power play on Thatcher Demko. 10 minutes to go. And there we go. Casey Middlestad. Yes, that's a big goal. An insurance marker just from the corner of the ice. Middlestad, is that going to be enough? And oh no, Jake DeBrusk scores 50 seconds to go, and we get a win in game number 1. It was a close one. We end up beating the Bruins 3-2, have a 1-0 series lead. All right, let's jump into game number 2, playing at home here on the Monday, April 14th. We need a better start than game number 1. After the first, it is 1-1. Alexander Ovechkin scores his first goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Michael Backlund scores for them on Thatcher Demko. After 2 periods, it is 2-1. There you go. Casey Middleton with another big goal. A battle of young goaltenders here. Demko versus Samsonov. And there's 2 quick goals. Ovechkin and Pasta. Less than a minute apart. And Chris Kreider ties the game. Come on. Miles Wood scores. Oh my goodness. The team is just deflating here in the 3rd period. Wake up, boys. You got 8 minutes to tie this thing. Can we get the tying goal late? The shots are almost even. And we pull the goalie, unfortunately, too little, too late. So a couple of close games. Both of them were 1-goal games. Playing a couple in Boston, we need to win at least one of those 2. I would love to win both of the games away. See if we can bounce back from game number 2 here in game number 3. After the first period, already 1-0. Miles Wood again. He's just been on fire these playoffs so far. 11-6 the shots. All right, the boys have not scored for almost 4 periods here. Come on, wake up, Mangiapane. Oh, 4-1. Capo Caco scores his first of the playoffs. Axel Anderson, come on, man. Why do you do this to me? All right, 2-1 series deficit now. So we gotta win game number 4. This is a must-win because they don't want to go down 3-1 against a good Bruins team. Sim up this game, see if we can get a big win out of Boston. Come on. After the first period, can we get a better first period in the past 2 games? All right, so we score. Alex Ovechkin once again. I need scoring from other people too, not just Ovi. Matthias Ekholm scores for them. After a second, it is 3-2. We had the lead. Capo Caco, Pasta, and Andreas Johnsson. Hold the lead, but Axel Anderson, the Moncton Wildcat in real life, scores, but Kasperi Kapanen scores and Ilya Samsonov keep the lead. Nope, that's not what I wanted to happen. Tyson Barrie scores for Boston, 4-4. Imagine if this goes to OT. Power play, come on, Ovi. Oh my goodness, we can't even score in the power play. Only 3 minutes to go. Can we get a big kill? So, looks like we kill off that period. We're heading to overtime. Alright, here we go, guys. Here we go, guys. We're jumping into the game. Got Nazem Kadri. We still have 1:40 to kill off on that penalty. So we are short-handed in overtime in the playoffs. So you hate to see that. Big save by Thatcher Demko there. And a big clear by the boys. Come on, boys. Please kill this off. You got a minute to go. Here's Miles Wood, who's been killing us in the first round. And Thatcher Demko makes a huge save. Oh, what a save by Thatcher Demko and a one-timer in front. The boys have been playing great defense. You still have 12 seconds to kill on that penalty. There's Alex Ovechkin. You love to see it with his Atlantic Navigator, red, white, and blue. In game number 4, we are down 2-1. This is the difference between a 3-1 deficit and a 2-2 series. Alexander Wenberg, and that almost trickles through Samsonov. Wow. So we got Johnsson, Kadri, and Kapanen. The entire forward line are former Maple Leafs. We got a former Leafs line up on the ice. See if they can make something happen against the Bruins. The Bruins had a Maple Leafs number for years. Let's see if the 3 ex-Maple Leaf can have their revenge. Let's go, boys. Passing it over in front. That was blocked. Kadri. There we go. Nazem Kadri, the overtime hero, pumps the bottle and ties the series 2-2. Nazem Kadri, atta boy. Great win by the boys. (31-36) the shot. So I thought it would have been more shots than that, having the game go deep into overtime. But Miles Wood has been great for Boston. We need to slow him down, slow Pasta down, score more goals. I think we can do it. It's the best out of 3 series. That was a crazy overtime. Thatcher Demko kept us alive with insane saves. We killed off a major penalty. Great team win. Here we go. Game number 5 here in Moncton. After the first period, it is 0-0. So 11-6. We are out shooting them. Samsonov has stood on his head in the first. Simming up the second, it is 2-2. Sammy Blake gets a goal and Lamico for the Bruins. They're going to slow sim 8 times the third. And no, David Pasternak scores. Pasta does what Pasta does. Puts the puck in the net. Got a power play. Can we tie it up? No, we're out shooting them by 30-23 right now. And Alexander Wenberg, a huge goal from Wenberg, ties it up at 2. 4 minutes to go. 3 minutes. Oh my goodness, we're going into overtime again. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to go through the entire overtime. It does take a lot of time. I showed one in the previous game, but for the second game in a row, we were going into overtime. I'm going to sim right away, see who wins the game, and it is Dougie Hamilton. Back-to-back overtime wins for your Atlantic Navigators, and we have a 3-2 series lead. Let's go. All right, boys. Close it off in Boston. So we're going to take a look at the AHL real quick. So we did actually win against the Utica Comets in round number 1. So we're facing the Americans, Rochester Americans, in round number 2. So hopefully Halifax can keep it going. We're focusing on this game here. Game number 6 in Boston. Trying to finish it off. I don't want to go back to Moncton for a game 7. Let's get out of Boston with the win. After the first period, it is 1-0. Mangiapane scores. I'm going to sim up the second. No goal. So we are going to try to win from behind. Can we get a power play goal? No. 1-0 for a Bruins still with 12 minutes to go. Somebody score, please. Power play goal here. No, the power play hasn't been great. Maybe I need to change something there. Only 6 minutes. We can't get shut out. We have 37 shots. Samsonov is standing on his head. And Backlund scores an empty netter. Oh my gosh. Look at that. 37 save shutout for Ilya Samsonov. He absolutely goes off. Wow. So we're actually going to play Game 7 in Moncton. This is insane. Now, one thing I may want to change is the power play because it's not been clicking. See there, Sammy Bled, 7 points. So I'm going to take a look at the special teams, see if there is anything I could change. Janssen's an 87, so, I'm going to move Janssen up maybe to the first line. Put Ovechkin in the second line. I'm going to do that because Janssen, he's the highest rated forward apart from Kako. So maybe that will help do a change there. The rest is going to stay the same. Defense is looking good. Special teams here. So as for the power play, Janssen could maybe change him instead of Kunin on the first power play unit. Put Middlestat in the second. Move him to the wing. Kunin there. I think that might work. So, Kunin actually is a right-handed shot. Has 83 face-offs. I'm going to try this. Kako, Bled, Janssen, Ovi, Lambos, Kunin, Middlestat, Zadina, Fleury, and Hamilton. This is it. Game number 7. I'm going to check out the other series. So the Ducks won their series. The Flames, the Jets, Sharks, Canucks going 7. The Leafs won against the Panthers. Flyers went against the Sens. And Islanders went against the Penguins. So only our series and the Sharks, Canucks series remain. I would love to face the Flyers and get revenge from last year. That would feel so good. All right, here we go. I'm nervous. Going into game number 7 in Moncton. Here we go. Biggest game of the year. After 1-0-0, there's not a lot of goals in this series. The goaltending matchup is extremely good. After 2-1, we have the lead. Alex Ovechkin and Kasperi Kapanen. Backlund scores for them. Jumping into the third. Shots are almost even. We kill off a power play. We need an insurance goal here. No, Jake DeBrusk scores for Boston. Oh my God. 10 minutes. Just over 10 minutes to go. 2-2. You're not telling me we're going into overtime in game number 7. Only 4 minutes to go. This is insane. The goaltending has been insane in this series. Well, we got to do it, guys. I'm jumping into game number 7. gonna wear our alternate uniforms. You can see there we have 95 offense, 89 defense. We have better offense, better defense. Goaltending is the same. Look at those nice baby blue jerseys. Alright, I'm nervous. I'm jumping into the overtime here, guys. Win or go home. Here we go, guys. Playing at home. You see our nice logo at center ice. We got the alternate jerseys. The crowd's got the towels waving. Everybody's freaking out. Here we go. There's pass right off the bat and a big save by Thatcher Demko. Get that puck out of the zone, please. Demko makes a big stop off Miles Wood. Man, Thatcher Demko has been standing on his head for us. So as for the plus minus, they got 3 guys in the top 10. Wow. Wood, Backlund, and Pasta. That line is very good. Zadina with a nice move, unfortunately loses the puck. Miles Wood is still on the ice. Somebody else jump on the ice and get him some rest. Oh no, a 2-on-1 and Thatcher Demko makes a great save. Lambos with a good pass. There's Alex Ovechkin coming down the wing. Come on, Ovi. Passes it off to Lambos. Kunin and Samsonov makes the save. It was a bit of a weak shot, but oh my, this is insanity. There's Miles Wood, 3rd in hits. Got a big face-off. Luke Kunin, come on, I traded for you. Win that face-off. Well, we get it. There's Philip Zadina in the corner. Passes it off to Kunin. Lambos to Zadina. To Kunin in front to Ovi. Wow, we got Ovechkin on the ice. Oh, a nice shot attempt by Zadina, but that gets blocked in front. Janssen. Oh, there it is. Ah. The Boston Bruins have beat us in 7 games. It's another first round exit. I mean, the team, the problem here is the team couldn't score. The defense was good. Thatcher Demko has been phenomenal. But we can't win this series by only scoring 2 goals a game. So, good job to the Boston Bruins. Their first line of Pasternak, Woods, and their first line was fantastic. Unfortunately, we do drop the game. It was an intense series. 7 games goes to overtime. We just can't get that last goal on Ilya Samsonov, who was fantastic in this series. And it went to, I'm not even sure who scored, to be honest. I'm going to have to double check that after the game. I believe it was Ryan Johansson. Yeah, Ryan Johansson. Samsonov made 29 saves, 42 shots. I mean, Boston, at the end of the day, were the better team. It was a great series, though. Just hate to go out round number 1. We're going to have to try to get it done in year number 7. I'm not sure if Ovi's going to stick with us or not. Maybe he's going to retire, but I'm going to have to sim up the rest of the playoffs and see if our AHL team is going to win. The Halifax Battalion looks like they have a 1-1 series in round number 2. As for the playoff scoring, Alex Ovechkin finished with 7 points in 7 games. You can see there, had 4 goals. Bled 7 points. Zadina, Kako at 5, Milstead at 4. So again, just the offense wasn't there at all. As for goaltending, Thatcher Demko went 3-3-1, 917 save percentage, 263 goals against. I mean, definitely not his fault. Just Boston was the better team. But we still have another chance at a championship here out in Nova Scotia. Magnus Stauberg is going off, 9 points in 6 games. Hopefully, the Halifax Battalion can get a championship. Game number 3, a big win, 6-5. So we're up 2-1 in round number 2. I'm actually going to go to the calendar. 5-1 win. We're up 3 games to 1. Can we close it off against the Americans away? And there we go. Halifax are 7-2. We had the potential for a Calder Cup, guys. 13 points from Magnus Stauberg. He's going to be in the NHL next year. Don't you worry. Playing against the Providence Bruins. All right, here we go, guys. We need to win this one. Our AHL team is going to have revenge against the Boston's AHL team will knock us out in the NHL. And that's how you want to start it. 6-0, 4-3, and 5-2. We're absolutely punishing their AHL team. We lose 3-2, so it's not going to be a sweep. After 5, OT win. And the Halifax Battalion are off to the Calder Cup final. 21 points for Magnus Stallberg in 14 games. My goodness, he's just going off. So we're facing the Colorado Eagles, the Colorado Avalanche AHL affiliate. Gonna be a good matchup. Alright, gonna sim up the first 3 games. So after game number 1, OT loss, 5-2 win, and a 3-2 loss. So it is 2-1 for them. Gonna sim up to game number 5. OT win. There we go. 1-0. We tie up this series at 2. OT loss in game number 5. So we gotta win game number 6 to stay alive. Force it to game 7. 6-0 win. There we go. Game 7 of the Calder Cup final. Let's slow sim this one. Man, if Halifax can get a championship, I would be so happy for our AHL team. After 1, it is 3-1. Corey, Reynolds, Stallberg, the big guys are stepping up. Vargas scores a goal for them. After 2, 4-1. The boys want the championship. Gustav Zharkov scores. Gonna sim up 8 times. We may have a championship. It's not the Stanley Cup that I was expecting, but there we go. Laberge has scored number 5 for the team. Wow. 10 minutes to go. I'm going to go into the game when there's only a few minutes left. All right, jump into the game here. 45 seconds to go. Computer versus computer game. Going to show off the jerseys as well. Those are our home jerseys. The away as well. I'm going to go with the away just because they have the... I'm going to go with the away because they have the dark jersey already, the black one. So, going to jump into the game. And Halifax, you've got yourselves a pro hockey championship. Let's go. I'm super proud of the boys in the AHL there. Halifax, time to party. Bringing the party to the East Coast in Nova Scotia. They're going to be partying all night long in Halifax. There we go. 46 seconds left. Some of these guys are probably going to be some of these guys are going to be in the AHL. Some of these guys are going to be the NHL, but right now it's all about them in Halifax celebrating that big championship. Korosin makes a nice save. He might turn up to be a NHL goalie as well. He was elite potential. Magnus Stallberg has 16 goals. Jordan Wheel, Mikhaev, Aberg, Zharkov, the list goes on. Denisov, Reynolds, the team was very good. I'm proud of the boys. We built a lot. We got some free agents to sign as well to help with the team. Love to see it. Stallberg has 63 hits. Ilya Mikhaev, they're up there as well with hits. Wow. The boys love to hit. They love to score. 25 seconds left. Here's Colby Reynolds going down the wing. Can we get a final goal? Can we make it 6? Get a touchdown. Passes it up in front to the other team. Reynolds almost gets the puck. Colorado takes it. There we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. The Halifax Battalion are Calder Cup champions. You'll love to see it. Wow, fantastic job with the guys. I just realized actually by error I got the font as white on the back of their jerseys. You can't even see the names of the guys. But I mean, I guess it's kind of like the New York Yankees where you've only got the numbers. So kind of a classic look, I guess. Is something different. But there you go. Halifax Battalion are the Calder Cup champions. We got a championship within our system. Next up, the Stanley Cup. That's the one I'm looking for next year. Here's our captain gonna get that Calder Cup. Halifax is partying, and there we go. We are the champions in the AHL. As for the captains, actually, I didn't really put anybody as captain or assistant. It just automatically put Elan in there. Harvey Pinard and Aberg were the assistants. So maybe I could look into taking more time in our AHL team to put captains and assistants next year. It's just really not something I went around to do. But it's small things like that I can always learn and just improve next time. I was more focused with our captaincy in the NHL. Of course, we had Zach Parise as one of our assistant coaches. We had him signed for the previous season. Now I'm going to go see the playoff stats there for a player. Stolberg at 29 points, 17 goals. I'm sure it's going to grow in the summer. Denisov at 28. Reynolds had 22. So very happy about the team there. As for goaltending, I want to see how our goaltender made out. Korosin, 15-4-2, 927 save percentage, 198 goals against, 3 shutouts at a 79 overall. Boris Korosin, he's going to be an NHL goaltender, no doubt about it. Now that the playoffs are over, we've got some work to do. We got the draft, we got free agency, and a re-sign phase. I'm going to go through that. Lightning have fired their head coach. So there you go. San Jose Sharks are the Stanley Cup champions. I believe that's the second year in a row. Halifax Battalion, the AHL champions. I'm going to go through the off-season here in this episode. Next episode will be the next season. Edmonton has the first and the second overall pick. Are you kidding me? They went from 2-1 and 11-2. Carolina went from 1-4. That is insane. Wow. Well, if Connor McDavid is still around, he's going to have a couple of studs to play with. Let's take a look at the retired players real quick. Evgeny Malkin calls it a career with the Islanders organization. 78 overall at 38. And that with 641 goals, 1,495 points. 5 points away from 1,500. Bergeron with Dallas. Ilya Kovalchuk at 42 there. As a free agent. Blake Wheeler actually was with the Americans who we beat with Halifax in the playoffs. Oshie retires as a Capital. Hornquist, Bobby Ryan, Suter, Dadonov, Anisimov, Edler. A lot of big names there. Johnson, Vlasic, Perreault, Paul Byron. List goes on. Those are all of the guys that retired in the NHL. I'm going to see if there's any San Jose Sharks. I didn't really pay attention. I don't think there were any Sharks that retired as a Stanley Cup champion. Jeff Petrie, he retires as a champion. He actually was with the AHL team, so don't know if he even played in the NHL during those finals. But as for goaltenders, we have Henrik Lundqvist, calls it a career. 567 wins. A fantastic career for him. Dubnyk, Schneider, Grice were all free agents. Hudobin, Neuver, Condon, Eddie Lack, Grosnick. So those are the goaltenders that retired. All right, I'm going to take a quick look at the draft class before I go into it. Just want to see what we're looking at. So, oh my goodness. A guaranteed medium franchise. Moises Fata. He is going to the Edmonton Oilers unless somebody takes over the pick. 96 points in 66 games. He's 18. He is comparable to Wayne Gretzky, NHL ready. That guy is going to be unreal. Sven Almquist, Wallace there. He had 4 points. Bekoff at 1 point. Miles Hood. Sounds like Miles Wood. He had a pretty good year. He had 72 points in 67 games in the OHL. Top 6. Atkinson there, 18. Maxim Nabokov. So after that drops off. We have a medium elite, 3 bars. So he's almost guaranteed medium elite there. Going to see if we have any other elite potential players later in the draft. So this guy here could be high elite. We've got a guaranteed medium elite gem at 129. So that's one guy we're definitely going to have to pin. We're going to have to take a look at him as well as Ola Larson. He's a goaltender. Bradley Ritchie is a goaltender as well. He's going to have probably a lot of trade value if we want to potentially trade him, if we can get him. So, yeah, we're going to have to jump into the draft, and here we go. All right, jumping into the draft here. I'm going to see just for fun if there's anything we can potentially give to get that first overall pick. I'm curious, guys. I mean, a medium franchise player, that's crazy. I mean, that's like McDavid or McKinnon-esque. So, obviously, would have to give a ton. I would have to give this year's first. I have to give next year's first as well. Even then, the value is way off. So, I'm going to see if there's any goalies or skaters they want. So, Lindgren here, I definitely want to trade him because we already have We already have Karostin there, who's going to be our goaltender of the future. It's up to an 81, so they want Lindgren. Let's see if I can make that happen. They have too many goaltenders. Only have 2 minutes to make this happen, so they're going to have to rush. I'm going to just take their, basically their lowest rated goaltender here just to make it even. If this goes through, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to see if it goes through trade reject. All right, going to have to add maybe a skater or two. Maybe Ilanin, he's 78 at 23. Is this going to go through? Trade rejected. Well, I did everything I could. I don't want to give up too much. I know it's a medium franchise player, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work out. Going to take him 80 overall, medium franchise. What is our pick? Our pick is number 26, so I think I'm just going to go with our pick here at number 26. So before our pick, I'm going to go to, they have 280 overalls, medium franchise, and medium elite. That is just crazy. Medium elite grinder, top 4 sniper. It kind of drops down after that. Medium elite 73 Bartowski there for the Preds. Let's see what our pick is going to be. Medium elite there. The Preds get 2 medium elites in the first round. That's an awesome draft for them so far. We have 26 overall. Guys, AT, similar to Owen Nolan. I think I'm going to take him. So, firstly, the Atlantic Navigators want to congratulate the San Jose Sharks on their Stanley Cup, their second Stanley Cup in a row. We are extremely proud to select out of USA West Development Program, Gail Hayes. He is a medium top 6 forward. He is 63 overall, medium top 6, so not bad for a late first round pick. So for a second pick, I'm going to take this Ola Larson guy. He's a goaltender. He's potentially a high elite goalie. So there's a chance to take. Let's see what his rating is. High fringe starter, 59 overall. Not great. So for our next pick here, we have 116. We're going to take Bradley Ritchie. He's a goaltender, but he's guaranteed medium elite. So he'll have a lot of trade value. Potentially use him for a trade piece. 48 overall, medium elite. There we go. So you don't have a whole lot of picks in this draft because a lot of trades that we made recently. So low top 6, low bottom 6 are scouts like this guy, Timo Mikola. Didn't even have a point. I want to go see if there's potentially guys that could be elite. This guy, very good chance that he's low elite. He's a defenseman, so I'm going to take a chance that he does have 3 bars. So he is low elite. There we go. So 55 overall, low elite in the 5th round. Really can't complain for that. This guy here is scouts like him, Wayne Anderson. Scouts like him, I'm going to see if they're right. Medium bottom 6. So, I mean, not great, but not awful either. Alright, so I'm going to take this guy here. It's a guaranteed medium bottom 6. Magnus Ahonen, a left winger out of the Liga. Let's see how he is. Medium bottom 6, 59 overall. And I believe we may have only 1 or 2 picks left. We're already at the 7th round. This guy, Josh Tangrady, he's listed as playing for the Moncton Wildcats. I have no choice, but I need to pick him. Medium backup. Pick the Wildcat guy. Medium backup. There we go. Sim the entire draft. Alright, let's go to our contracts. I'm going to see what our situation is. We have $27 million in cap space. We got to sign Carson Lambos. I knew he was going to be needing a contract. He's 22 years old. He is a fantastic defenseman for us. 88 overall. I'm going to see how much he wants. Probably going to be at least 8 or 9. 9.15 for 8 years. Okay, so Dougie Hamilton also needs a contract. He's at 32 years old now. $10 million for a 32-year-old defenseman. I'm sorry. Dougie Hamilton, he's been there since the start, but that's a lot of money for a guy that's 32. I mean, I know he's an 87, but his value is probably going to drop down. Kunin there was 4.3 for an 86 overall. Really, that's a pretty good deal for us. So I like going by position. So those are our centers. I think it's time to say goodbye to Nazem Kadri, unfortunately, but he is down to an 83. He is 34 years old. I mean, he was fantastic for us, but Blez up to an 87. Kudin up to an 86. Millsat and Wenberg an 85. So definitely no need to change our centers. I'm actually going to offer a contract 4.3 1 year for Kunin. So our centers are set. We do not need to worry. Denisov is an 80 overall, so he's probably going to be on our fourth line as well. That's fantastic. Roach, re-signing him for the AHL team. There we go. As for wingers, Alex Ovechkin, he's down to an 83 overall. But, I mean, his shot is still insane. His senses are insane. I'm wondering if I keep him, how much money he wants. 4.7 for 1 year. I mean, it's Alex Ovechkin. I think I'm going to sign him again. He was great for us. He had 40 goals. Let's bring the legend back. So Lama's going to give him what he wants, 9.15 for 8 years. He's going to be with us until he's 30, just like Capo Caco. Hopefully he signs because he was a draft pick we got that we were hoping he could grow. And look at that, he's up to an 88. Alex Ovechkin, the legend, returns for 1 more year. There we go. Aberg returns. Labage. Gallagher is signed. Carson Lambos is signed on the dotted line. 8 years. There we go. Our elite 88 overall defenseman. Glad to have him with the team long term. So I remember when he signed Lambos, I was really hoping he'd be good. He was a first round pick, 8 overall in 2021. He has 90 defensive awareness, 97 shot blocking, 99 stick checking, 86 speed, 5-star shooting, 5-star physical, 6'3", 203. Carson Lambos is an absolute beast. Wow. All right, so we got Lambos, Timmins, Fleury. So we're definitely going to have to strengthen our defense. Our bottom pairing is going to be good. I think maybe 1 or 2 more defensemen are going to be needed in free agency. As much as I would like to have Dougie Hamilton back, I don't think $10 million is reasonable. That's way too much money. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I want to keep Kapanen and Armia because I have 11.8 million cap space, all right? So we got a few positions for open for forwards. I'm gonna let them test free agency because I want to see what I can get in free agency. All right, so definitely want, if possible, to improve on 82 overalls. If I can get guys that are higher rated, I'm gonna do it. If I want to keep them back, if I want to get them back in free agency, then I'll do that. So we would need at least 1 or 2 defensemen and a couple of wingers. We still have 11.8 million, so maybe if we move a guy or 2, that could help us as well. So let's go in free agency and see what we can get. Okay, first look at free agency, and right off the bat, there's our Timmy Panarin, 91 overall. Carlson, Patrick Kane is a free agent. Bertuzzi, Atkinson, Gusev. Quite a crazy free agency class. How does Cam Atkinson, listed as a 77 overall, want 6.7 million? I don't understand that. Gonna go by rating there. So those are your free agents. A lot of good choices down the list right here. I'm gonna see what we need and see what we can do to improve. Okay, guys, so I think it's time to make a trade. I'm going to see if I can trade Thatcher Demko. The Blackhawks do not have any goaltender right now that could get the job done. Demko is an 83 overall. He was originally an elite potential, went down to an 83 at 29 years old. Only starting goalie potential right now. Our goaltender this year is going to be Korostin. There you go. Boris Korostin. He's an 81 overall at 21. Medium elite potentially had a fantastic year in Halifax. Won the Calder Cup. I think he is ready to jump up in the NHL. He's much younger than Demko. We would save all of that cap space for free agency. Gonna see if I can exchange my first for their first, because Chicago is listed as a rebuilder. Our first is not going to be probably good picks. We're probably going to be a good team leading up to the playoffs. And see if I can just exchange first and give them Demko if that's going to go through. Trade rejected, unfortunately. So what I may need to do, to be honest, guys. So here's their goaltending situation. I have a 20-year-old, 60 overall medium starter right now. So, I may have to just try and get a draft pick straight up for Demko. I wonder if a second is going to go through. Because Demko has little to no value right now. Unfortunately, it is sad. We tried him out. I was hoping that he would turn up to be a elite goaltender for us. It just didn't work out. So there we go. Get a fort for him. Not great, but at the end of the day, we have our elite potential young stunning Corrosin. He's going to be our goaltender moving forward. Patrick Kane only wants 1 year. He's still sick. He's 36, but can put up 72 points. Had 96 points last year, 90 the year before. Former first overall pick, of course. I mean, the puck skills are nasty. Shooting is nasty and senses. All 5 stars. Skating is still pretty fast. If we have Patrick Kane and Alex Ovechkin, Capo Kako, all those guys in the same team, that would be unbelievable. 1 year contracts, give him 8.25 for 1 year. Let's see if Patrick Kane is joining the team. Kane and Ovi, that would be insane. This is pretty stressful. And yes, Patrick Kane is coming to the team for 1 year. There we go. Dante Fabro unfortunately went with the Arizona Coyotes. So we're still going to have to look at a defenseman. Let's see what defenseman is available. I mean, John Carlson is still available. He wants a 2-year contract. He's 88 overall. Man, if we get Carlson too, this team would actually be insane. 44 points, 59, 56. I mean, this is pretty much the go big or go home year because we're going to have to sign some contracts relatively soon. I believe as soon as next year, we're going to have some big contracts to sign. He wants a 2-year deal. I mean, I'm going to give him 1 year for 8.75. Going to give him a couple of 100,000 more that he wants. If John Carlson signs, this team is definitely a cup contender. No doubt about it. Our goaltender is an elite potential goaltender. He's probably going to grow during the summer as well. Is John Carlson joining Alex Ovechkin? Has his former teammate back on the team. Butcher goes to Calgary. And yes, there we go. John Carlson, man, I'm so excited. This team is going to be unreal. We finally have a contending team. There you go. It's at 2.5 in cap space. John Carlson, Carson Lambos. Man, look at our defense right now. Carlson has an 88. Lambos 88. Timmins 85. Fleury 84. A couple of young guys that could potentially grow. I mean, I maybe want to get one more defense. Maybe get one more defenseman. Our forwards are absolutely stacked. Blais, Janssen, Kako, and Patrick Kane. Kudin, Zadina, Middlestad, Wenberg, Ovechkin. I mean, this team is actually ridiculous. Stahlberg, Denisov. Potentially one more defense is what we could get. I'm going to see if there's any good two-way contracts as well. Alright, guys. Before I end the episode, I'm going to go through the lines and the team is looking stacked. We have Sammy Blais with Alex Ovechkin and Patrick Kane as his wingers. He's hit the jackpot with the +1. Ovi's an 84. Blais is an 88. Kane is an 88, matching his jersey number. Kako is a 90 on the second line with the +3. Wenberg is an 88. Janssen is a 90 as well. So we technically have a couple of 90s on the team right now. Kunin, Middlestad, Zadina. And this fourth line is crazy. Aberg an 83. Dmitry Denisov getting his big chance. Former third round pick in 2021 at 23. He's now an 82. Magnus Stahlberg with a +1 is an 83 at 19. Medium elite potential. Great stats. Defense is insane. Lambos, Carlson, Fleury, Timmins, Broberg, Hartikainen. Everyone has a +1. So this is a couple of 89s on the top line. 86, 85, 79, and 81. And am I ever glad I traded Thatcher Demko? Because Boris Corrosin is the same overall at 21. Medium elite potential, 83. We have Lindgren there. Probably going to move him to the AHL and put... so I'm going to work around with the backup goalies shortly. Special teams, Zadina, Blais, Kako, Carlson, Kane, Kunin, Wenberg, Middlestad, Ovi, and Janssen. I wonder if I move Ovi. They're going to move Ovechkin to the first power play unit. Power play, Ovi, Blair, Kako, John Carlson, Patrick Kane. Second units, Adina, Wenberg, Middlestad, Kunin, and Janssen. This is the year we need to win, guys. It's a go all out year. And I'm really excited for the next episode. Do leave a like if you enjoyed. Appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. Don't miss out on any of the content. Thank you for watching. And as always, have a great day.